Good evening. Welcome to tonight's virtual Meet ASEA with our president, Jarom Webb. My name is Karen Riley, and I am very excited to be hosting this call with our president tonight. Let me tell you that I have been at this incredible organization for 10 years, and they have been the most fulfilling, most personally and professionally fulfilling years of my life. So I'm grateful that you would take time out of your evening or your morning or your afternoon, wherever you're calling in from today, to join us tonight. Now, I know, like Tuesday's call and like Wednesday's call, we are going to max out the lines tonight. So congratulations for being here early. So you've reserved your space tonight. Tonight is all about learning more about this incredible company, ASEA. And there's no one better to tell that story than our president, Jarom Webb. As you're joining us, whether you're watching us through our In Touch line or whether you're watching us through the ASEA North America Facebook page, go ahead and drop us a comment. Let us know where you are watching us from. If this is your first time with us, then welcome. Very warm welcome to you. And if you are rejoining us, welcome back. Tonight, we are going to learn a little bit more about the people involved in protecting this incredible legacy. And we're going to learn a little bit more about why ASEA is poised to be that legacy company. I want to remind everybody on tonight's call that this is part 3 of a 5-part series. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. right here, I am going to be interviewing 3 incredible ASEA executive leaders. And we are going to be talking all about ASEA as a home-based business solution. So you don't want to miss that call. You want to get everybody that you know, whether they're already involved with ASEA or they're thinking about joining ASEA, on tomorrow night's call. I'll tell you this, we have a nationally, in fact, I would call her a world recognized MD joining us tomorrow night. We have a high 6-figure traditional business owner, salesman joining us tomorrow night. And we also have someone coming out of the nonprofit space, senior executive in traditional businesses joining us tomorrow. All 3 of these individuals have chosen ASEA as their plan B, and they've been doing network marketing professionally for 10+ years, many of them. So you don't want to miss that call tomorrow night. And then Saturday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, we are going to be joined by our founder, Tyler Norton, who is going to be sharing the ASEA ethos. So I wanted to make sure that you knew where to get part 4 and part 5 of this incredible series that we have put out this week called the Virtual Meet ASEA. So let me tell you a little bit about our president, Jarom Webb. Jarom has tremendous experience and background in not just finance and direct selling, but he has been a consultant in a variety of different startups for both new and long-standing large traditional businesses. You know, he is the perfect fit for the role of president here, because as a president, you have to thrive in chaos. And he's going to tell you a little bit more about his personal background, but I can tell you, as the father of 6, the youngest 2 being a set of boy-girl twins, he thrives in chaos. So he is the perfect fit for this. You know, I've worked with Jarom for 15 years, 10 years here at ASEA and 5 years at a previous company. And I can tell you firsthand that Jarom is a man of principle. He is a man of purpose, and he's always thinking about the legacy of our business. And our business is your business and my business together. So I want to give a very warm welcome to our president, Jarom Webb. Thank you so much for being here tonight, Jarom. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great, Karen. How are you doing?
I am fantastic. Thanks so much for taking some time tonight. Now, I haven't spilled the beans, but I have certainly been talking a lot about the new tool that you're going to be releasing tonight. So I'm so excited that you are so passionate about this new and improved tool that we have. And I don't want to take any more time before we get right into your comments. So Jarom, take it away.
Thank you, Karen. And this is what an exciting call to be on. I'm truly grateful and honored to be joining the call tonight, being with so many of you that frankly are joining from all over the world. What an unbelievable opportunity we have to be together while we're all at home, and we're in this kind of interesting, unprecedented period, but we can all be together through the power of technology. I'm so grateful to be with you tonight. I want to extend a special welcome to all of our associates joining us on the call from all over the world, and a very special and heartfelt welcome to those of you who may be joining who are new to ASEA or investigating ASEA for the first time. I really wish, I was telling Karen this earlier tonight, I really wish that we could do this kind of meeting face-to-face live where we could sit and interact together and talk about ASEA and answer your questions and really open up about who we are, because you know I feel so strongly that it's so important as you're learning more about ASEA that we're open and transparent and that we really establish that relationship of trust. But you know, this is the next best thing that we have, to be with each other over technology. And I want to extend a heartfelt and special welcome to those of you who are new or investigating ASEA. And I hope that what I shared tonight, as I talk a little bit about who we are as a company, that you'll learn about ASEA and be able to get some of those questions you may have answered. I thought I'd start tonight with maybe a little introduction of me and who I am. For those of you who I haven't met, haven't had the opportunity to interact with, I'm first and foremost a family man, and this is my beautiful bride of 20 years. We just celebrated 20 years of marriage. This is a picture we took last year from the Grand Canyon here in the United States in Arizona. We hiked down in the Grand Canyon. We're a very active couple. But Adrian and I have been married for 20 years. And as Karen mentioned, we've got a little bit of chaos going on in our house. Adrian and I actually we had 4 girls, and then she somehow amazingly tried to convince me to go and try for a boy, and we ended up with twins, a boy and a girl. So these are the women in our lives, and of course there's Cam and I. We're completely outnumbered, but we hang out together. We're buddies. We hang out together. We love to spend time together, and we are definitely spoiled by these beautiful women that are in our life. And so as Karen mentioned, it's a lot of chaos going on at our house, particularly in this quarantine situation. We're a very active family. This is a picture of us skiing this winter. We love to just spend time together and get out and go through activities. And so this is actually a picture that we took just last week of our family. I love these 8 people. These are the most important people in my life, and I'm excited. And it's a little chaotic, but we're doing our best. Professionally, I've been in the network marketing industry now for 18 years. ASEA is my 3rd company. I started my career in the industry of network marketing for about a 5-year stint with the company. And then I left the industry for a season of time, and I worked for 2 large publicly traded multi-billion-dollar technology companies and spent a stint with technology. And I really missed the industry. I found myself, you know, there's no other industry like network marketing where you can have such rich, diverse experiences, meeting people and building teams, a global business where you can interact with different cultures and have different experiences. I really missed that aspect of the industry. There's nothing else quite like it. And so I was asked to come and recruited to join a company that Karen and I were at together. Very, very small company when we both first joined. And then we got to see a meteoric rise of that company up to $1 billion in sales. And then I came here to ASEA and joined our founders 10 years ago when the company first started, and I'll get into that story in just a little bit. I did a master's degree in business administration at the University of Utah, and this is about 12 years ago, and I took a strategy class, a business strategy class. And one of the key principles one of the things we talked about a lot during this class was how to evaluate strategically a good business opportunity. And there was a principle that we learned in there that I want to share with you tonight to open my message. When you're looking for a good strategic, business opportunity to engage in, the first thing that you need to look at a very high level is what makes that company or that business opportunity different, unique. What makes it different and unique from anything else that's out in the industry or that is around, right? What makes them different from the competition that you're in? It's not just difference though that matters. That's not the only thing. That difference also has to give you some advantage over the competition or some advantage in the marketplace as you pursue that business opportunity. There's a third component to this that's really important that we learned, and that is that advantage has to be sustainable. There's so many businesses and business opportunities that may have an advantage for a short period of time, but then they're up and then they're down, and they can't sustain it long term. And of course, the concept here is that we learned and we talked about in this strategy course in my master's program was it's the combination of something that's different and unique, that gives you an advantage in the marketplace, that advantage can be sustained long term. It's where those circles meet up that is the true power of a good, strategic, solid business opportunity to engage in. Well, one of the things I'd like to share with you tonight, particularly with so many of our folks that are new, maybe just engaged with ASEA or investigating and looking at ASEA for the first time, what I'd like to do is share with you what makes ASEA different. What is it that makes us unique and different that gives you, as you engage with us, either to consume our products or to build a business with us, that gives you an advantage, and that advantage can be sustained long term. I want to talk tonight about the ASEA difference and really what makes us unique and different from my perspective. And what I want to talk to you about tonight are 5 dimensions, if you will, of the ASEA difference that I think are critical and important to consider as you look at ASEA and as you consider us as a company to engage and put your time, energy, and effort into. The first of those dimensions is our company. Now, you can't really look at what makes a company unique until you understand where a company has started, where a company comes from, the origin of the company. 2 nights ago, many of you got to hear from our founder, Tyler Norton, about the founding story of ASEA and how ASEA came into existence, which I believe makes us unique and different from other companies in the industry. I'm not going to rehash and tell that story, but I want to share with you a perspective of how I joined ASEA 10 years ago. I was referred in by a friend to meet Vertus for the first time, and this is right after he started the company. And I'll never forget the first meeting that I had with Vertus. He and I were sitting in his home just north of our office here in Salt Lake City, Utah, and we began chatting about the business. And Vertus was sharing with me his background in corporate America with Fortune 50 and his long tenured career that you heard so much about from Tyler. And he was telling me about how he had retired and how he had found this unique technology that was being developed by a biotechnology company. And he was telling me how intrigued he was with this technology. He shared the story that many of you have heard and got to hear from Tyler about how that technology, they couldn't help the company, that biotechnology company, raise the money. They had invested millions of dollars in research and intellectual property around this technology, but couldn't take it any further. And ultimately, that technology ended up going up for sale, all that intellectual property. And Vertus was so intrigued with what this technology represented that he put together a group of investors and they went and bought the technology. He was sharing with me, I remember very vividly, he was sharing with me the decision points that Vertus had, where he had an opportunity to sell this technology to a pharmaceutical company. And at the same time, that pharmaceutical company was wanting all of the friends and family that were at that point taking what was way before ASEA to stop taking the product. And I could see in his eyes as he was telling me the struggle that decision was. And I was taken back and impressed when he talked about how he had passed on what would have been a very lucrative money offer to sell this into a pharmaceutical company. He passed on the profits of the money, and he chose the people. He chose the people and the principles. And of course, they got introduced to the network marketing distribution channel, and selected network marketing as the most effective and efficient way to get this unique technology out to the world. And I was really taken back by that. Of course, Vertus had no experience in network marketing. He didn't know the first thing about the industry. And at that point, he's in his late 60s. And, you know, I couldn't help but sit there and listen to Vertus 10 years ago and ask, why? Why would you do this? He had every reason to retire, to live in retirement, travel the world, enjoy life, made all the money he'd ever want to make. And yet he makes this decision to pass on the profits, choose the people, and start a network marketing company, a business really he had no experience in. And at that point in time, this is 10 years ago, when there was the worst recession since the Great Depression back in the 08, 09 timeframe. And he starts a network marketing company. And I asked him that. I said, Vertus, why did you start this company when you didn't have to do it? And I'll never forget the answer he told me. He said, Jarom, it's because I want to build a legacy. And that was a super, super powerful moment for me. It's one of those moments that just hits you in the heart really hard, because I could feel the power of his words and the belief that he had in his heart of taking this technology that he had a year, maybe 2 years experience with overall, but had developed such a conviction that this technology needed to get out to the people through network marketing, that he wanted to leave that as his legacy to the world, even though at his age, he'd likely not see it through completely. And I was really taken back by that. I could feel the power of the vision and the belief that Vertus had, and that was 10 years ago. That vision, that belief of becoming a legacy company that's taking a legacy product and technology and distributing it to millions of people across the globe, that vision, that belief is really what we have today. Here we are 10 years later. We're celebrating our 10th anniversary in 2020. And that vision still lives as strong today as it did back then 10 years ago when I sat with Vertus. And it was just he and I talking about the vision and the belief of building a legacy. And of course, Chuck talked to you last night about the power of this vision and that we have. But from my perspective, this vision is deeply ingrained in the belief and the vision of Vertus Norton of building a legacy, a long-term sustainable company that can bless the lives of millions of people across the globe. So as you look at what makes our company unique, you have to start with how it came together and how it was founded and the foundation that it's built on. Of course, as Vertus is wanting to build a legacy business, in order to build a legacy company that can spread this technology throughout the world, we needed to build a company that was stable, that was profitable, that was scalable. We needed to build infrastructure to support and scale with $1 billion enterprise. And so we went to work, and over the last 10 years, we've built our infrastructure to scale to $1 billion in growth. And I think that makes us unique. For example, we own and control the entire manufacturing process of our redox technology. We don't outsource it at all. We maintain control of that, of our intellectual property and of the entire manufacturing process for our redox technologies. I think that makes us unique and different. We do that in a 100,000 square foot facility here in Utah in the United States. It's an FDA registered, NSF certified, GMP compliant facility. And the capacity that we've built, that we've invested in to produce our redox technologies is almost $1 billion in revenue. We're currently operating at 25% of that capacity. And so the reality is that we've built the capacity to scale with the company's growth. That's part of building a legacy billion-dollar business. Of course, as we look to produce the product, we ship it to one of 20 product distribution centers that are strategically placed across the globe that can house and warehouse finished product and deliver it at the lowest possible cost to our consumers worldwide. And all of these 20 distribution centers have been set up on a seamless network that can be connected, and that we can have a team here in Salt Lake City manage this network all over the world. It's a very, very powerful thing, and that's infrastructure. That's the infrastructure to scale as we expand the enterprise. Our IT systems, our IT infrastructure, we've invested millions of dollars over the past 10 years to build scalable infrastructure from an IT standpoint as a company in up to 80 countries and $2 billion in revenue. When we look at our financial systems for collecting sales and paying commissions, we built a stable platform partnering with some of the largest banks around the world for collecting sales and paying commissions. We've never missed a commission payment in our history of our company, and we don't intend to do it ever. Our financial systems are scalable in up to 60 currencies around the world, so that as we scale and open new countries and bring ASEA to new people, we can scale that with relative ease. Part of building a legacy was being financially healthy, being responsible, being disciplined financially, so that we can be a long-term sustainable and viable business. Well, from a financial health standpoint, we've been profitable every single year since our first year of operations. And that's a very important thing, is to be a profitable enterprise. We've funded our growth organically through the organically generated cash flow that we do. We don't have any long-term financial debt, right? We're a privately held company, so we're not impacted by the ebbs and flows of the stock market. We can control, the founders and executives are in control of all of the decisions that we need to make that are in the best interests of our associates and customers globally. We maintain third-party audited financial books. So we have a third party come in and audit our financial books and produce a report that we can validate that we're being disciplined in how we handle our financial books. So very important to build a legacy company around financial health. Of course, as founders, Vertus and Tyler believed that in order to build a legacy company, we need to surround ourselves with a management team that has the experience and the capability to build that billion-dollar legacy. So it starts, of course, Vertus is now retired, but it starts, the management and oversight of this company starts with our board executive committee. Tyler, Chuck, and I are literally tied at the hip. We make decisions together. We counsel together. We make sure that we're making the best decisions for the long-term health and sustainability of the company. So you're not going to find one single person that's over dictating decisions that may be in an unhealthy way. We counsel together as a board to be able to drive the company forward. Of course, it doesn't stop there. We have a very, very experienced and seasoned executive team at the corporate level. Scott Aldred, our CEO or our COO, 7 years with ASEA, 30 years in manufacturing and distribution. Dave Wall, our CFO, 8 years with ASEA. Look at Justin Wilson, 10 years with ASEA, 20 years in network marketing. Steve Davis, 20 plus years in IT, right? Ben Tyler, 25 years in corporate legal. Gina Anson, the newest member of our team, 18 years of marketing experience with global network marketing companies. And of course, Kurt Stickley, our PhD, overseeing our R&D efforts for the company. A very, very powerful and significant team. We have a very powerful regional executive team where we have deep experience in network marketing that are overseeing the various regions of our global business. Karen Riley, of course, overseeing all of our largest business in North America. with over 20 years of experience with global billion-dollar MLMs. Jörg overseeing our European business. Carl Anderson overseeing our Asia business with 25 plus years of experience developing Asia. And of course, Kim Hill and Daryl overseeing our Latin America and our Australia, New Zealand businesses. Deep experience. And that was part of building a legacy, is we needed a management team that had both the experience inside the industry and outside the industry that could really create a powerhouse team. 265 now employees that work for ASEA across the globe. And we have tried very hard to create an environment at the company where people love to come to work, a culture where people can come and feel confident in what they're doing and supporting you, our associates and customers across the globe. And we've been recognized for the 5th straight year by Utah Business Magazine as one of the best companies to work for in the state of Utah. We take a lot of pride in this because we're trying to create a culture where employees want to be together. You noticed that much of our executive team have been together in minimums 5 to 7 years together. And there's power in that. We don't have a lot of turnover in our management team in our company. And I think it's a testament to the culture we're trying to build to support a global enterprise as we move forward. Folks, as a company, we're open in 33 countries, so you can build a global business with ASEA. We started in the United States, we expanded to Canada, then to Europe, and then to Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, and then of course, we've focused on opening 6 markets in Asia in the last 2 years, and the Asia region's exploding right now. We have 9 offices around the globe, 2 here in Utah, including one, our production facility, Munich, Germany, Taipei, Bangkok, and Manila. And we're happy to announce that we will be opening in 2020. We have acquired space and are working diligently on a build out on space for 3 new offices, one in Singapore, one in Hong Kong, and one in Malaysia. So we're a global company, we're a global business, all under one seamless roof, so you can build either in your own backyard and share and build a network, or you can build globally with us as a company. This is how I would summarize this area. What makes us unique, I think, is we're a 10-year-old company. We're 10 years strong with a strong long-term legacy vision built on a solid foundation with strong committed field leadership across all markets, a global business that's financially sound with an experienced leadership team and the infrastructure that's stable and scalable for the future of the growth of the company. That's what I think makes us different and unique as a company that you can have confidence in as you're out sharing ASEA with your friends and with your network. The second dimension that I'd like to talk about is our products. We have a unique redox technology. Our redox technology is unlike any other technology that is in across the planet. No other company has these redox molecules that we produce in ASEA Redox. It is truly a unique technology, but not only is it unique, it's cutting edge. We're on the forefront, we're on the front end of new science, cutting edge science and technology that is learning about how the body heals itself at a cellular level. And so what an opportunity to be a unique technology that's on the front end of a wave of new science and new learning and understanding about how the body is healing itself at a cellular level. Not only is it unique and cutting edge, but it's exclusive to us, to you. We maintain patents on the technology. We have trade secrets that protect the technology from it ever showing up in another department store or another retail store, or heaven forbid, another network marketing company. This technology is exclusive to you and to us as you share, and you can have confidence of that. This technology is having a life-changing impact, and we all know that. Now, literally hundreds of thousands of bottles of this product have been drank all over the world, and with a life-changing impact. It's a scientifically validated and supported technology, and it has a very, very powerful message. The power of redox is really where all of these circles come together. a unique technology that's cutting edge, that's exclusive to us, having a life-changing impact, scientifically validated and supported with a very powerful message. That is the power of our redox, and it makes us unique and different as a company. And one of the things I want to introduce to you tonight is a new tool, a video that we've worked hard on. It's 13 minutes long, and I'm going to play it tonight, that I believe captures the power of this redox product. Not only the life-changing impact that it's having on people, but how unique and different and breakthrough this technology is, how cutting edge it truly is. And I think you'll get a sense for that as you watch this piece. So watch this video and enjoy and absorb the emotion of the ASEA Redox supplement.
It's the key to life. It makes it possible for us to get out the door, challenge ourselves, and find joy. There are few things more important than our health. Throughout history, there have been breakthroughs in health technology that have made our lives longer, more vibrant, more joyful. Breakthroughs that have fundamentally changed how we think, learn, and live.
This is where the future lies, and this is why redox chemistry and supplements that employ this are so powerful.
They literally turn on and turn off, signal every single process in every living cell. And to be able to stabilize a product that allows us to replenish that is just a phenomenal breakthrough.
This has the capability to change the landscape of the healthcare system as we know it.
What if one of the biggest breakthroughs in health technology was actually something small? A breakthrough technology that works at the cellular level, where health begins.
This truly is a transformational technology. It's an elegant and very simple product that's having a profound impact. When people ask me what I'm most excited about, it's the fact that we own the space of redox right now.
A health technology so unique and cutting edge that it is transforming health at a foundational level and changing lives all over the world. A technology that empowers the most basic building blocks in the body to thrive.
Redox signaling molecules are like the DNA whisperer. They signal cells to be healthy. And because of age, because of medications, because of toxicity in the environment, you lose your ability to make the redox signaling molecules. So having them with ASEA simply replenishes what your body is doing natively when you were young. You know, I've been in the business for 40 years, and this is the first time that I've ever heard about the redox signaling molecules, which to me is a breakthrough of the 21st century, akin to the electric light bulb in the 20th century and maybe even the discovery of penicillin, because your body is a redox signaling program, and to be able to replenish it on a day-to-day basis, internally and externally, is not just a breakthrough, it's a game changer.
Hi, I'm Danielle Matthews. I live in Melbourne, Florida. So I was a very upbeat kid, loved sports. I started swimming at the age of 8. I also played softball, and I did lacrosse. I ran track. I played golf, and in my free time, I went snowboarding.
My name is Leland Duck. I live in Plano, Texas. Live in Oklahoma about half the time with my ranch there, and I've been doing that for 25 years.
I'm Ashley Ulrey. I am a wife to John, mother to Melody, James, and Taylor. They are absolutely the love of my life.
The story of how I got introduced to ASEA actually all starts because of a bad accident I was in. I was actually hit by a drunk driver in a car accident and sustained an injury to my brain that left me at the age of 23 really struggling.
I was out taking the dog for a walk when she called. So I walked back in the house, and my husband just had this weird look on his face. And I was like, well, what's wrong? And he said, Danielle, it wasn't an accident.
It's amazing amazing that I walked away from that. And like, what a blessing that I did. That day my life could have ended. What it's taken from my life. I love snowboarding. Oh, that was my passion. Like, that gave me
Hey, Jarom, I'm not sure what happened, but the video.
Like, I lost everything.
About 2.5 years ago, I went to bed fine after working my cattle at the ranch, drove back to Dallas, went to bed, and woke up the next morning, and I couldn't function, I couldn't focus, and that really brought me to my knees.
The next morning he woke up and he couldn't get up. I had to help him out of bed. He couldn't dress himself. I had to help him put a shirt on.
I couldn't stand up on my own. I hurt in every joint. It scared me for the first time. I was really scared.
So since I was 6 months old, I started having convulsions. It hit the worst in my 30s.
She was having to use a cane, couldn't hardly walk, and at the time we lived in a 2-story house and she couldn't get up and down the stairs. I sat there and would literally watch my wife like she was dying.
Health is not just simply the absence of disease. Health is something we have to earn. So what can I do to get to the root of things and really prevent problems from happening? Is it possible? And the answer is yes.
You know, I think most people don't actually really consider their health until it's gone. So it's the choices that we make today that are going to determine the level of our wellness and our health and our healthy longevity tomorrow.
We want to keep people healthy. We don't want to see that deterioration. The whole process of the anti-aging and regenerative medicine that I'm so passionate about is on the premise that we can maintain energy, we can maintain health.
So prevention is key, but people need to value it. People need to understand what it is and take responsibility.
ASEA Redox was introduced to me by a friend at church. She called me up and said, hey, I think you might like this. So I took it in the afternoon of day 1. The morning I woke up and my feet hit the floor. It was the first day I could stand up and say, wow. My energy level was great. The first full day, my sleep was deeper. Starting ASEA Redox was the absolute best yes.
And we searched everything. For a year we were looking, and after a year my neurologist actually told me, look, Danielle, with this type of injury, your body has done all the healing that it's going to do. And you said this is just your new normal. A friend of my mom's actually introduced us to it. She'd said she was using it in her practice, and she was really able to support her clients on a whole nother level. And she said, I really think this is something that could support Danielle. And I started using ASEA. In the 3rd month, my energy started coming back. And I could take the dog on a walk, and I could talk to my friend on the phone, and I could have dinner with my family. It was amazing. I started to feel like myself again.
I was approached by a friend of mine with this product. The thing that attracted me to it is he told me that it was non-toxic. And I knew that everything that I had been taking for the last 14 months had major side effects to it. So I came home for the first time in 13 months with hope. When I saw the results that I had in the first 90 days, it to me was mind-boggling. And I've seen over now 2.5 years of being on the product, a continual change in my body, from the look of my skin to how I feel. It seems like the longer I take it, the more I take, the better I feel. And so I never plan on going back to where I was.
There really wouldn't be an ASEA without my father. Dad and I were introduced to a company in northern Utah that was developing some technologies and needed some help. One of those products is what we now know as ASEA Redox today.
This product speaks for itself, its results speaks for itself, and it's something that every single person should be taking.
With ASEA Redox, we take the most basic building blocks of life, salt and purified water. We mix them together and we take it through our breakthrough patented electrolysis process. After the salt and water goes through that process, it's no longer salt and water. We're creating what are called redox molecules.
For me, the ASEA Redox supplement represents the newest version of technology that you can introduce to your body. It's native, it's naturally going to go in and signal your cells to do what they're supposed to do. We really
look at the ASEA Redox supplement as cutting-edge technology. ASEA is truly a breakthrough in that it has not been done before. The approach to health at a cellular level is truly foundational and groundbreaking.
ASEA Redox has been scientifically shown to activate, to turn on genetic activity at the foundational level in the body in 5 key areas of health: immune system, inflammatory response, cardiovascular health, digestive health, and hormone balance. In these 5 areas of health, it's like we're turning on a light switch in your body. We're activating genes at the most foundational level of your body so that you can maximize health and be the best version of you to create the life that you want to live.
Inside every cell in your body, you're constantly producing negative and positive molecules called oxidants and reductants. And the contraction of that name is redox.
So with these molecules, we're amping up that communication. We're helping that cell signal.
Without these cell signaling molecules, we simply wouldn't do the gene replication that we need, the DNA sequencing that we need. These redox signaling molecules interact throughout the body with every cell that we know.
Every cell in our body needs these molecules for communication purposes. The more balanced they are, the more abundant they are, the healthier we are.
ASEA actually has the combination of the oxidants and the reductants that the body makes. So all we're doing with ASEA is enhancing what the body is already doing.
Having a product, a technology that's native to the body doesn't have to worry about detoxifying it because it knows exactly what to do with redox molecules. It's one of, if not the safest recommendation I ever make to a patient.
They found a way to stabilize them outside the body. You can actually put them back into bodies that are deficient in those molecules. That's a game changer.
To have something that at its molecular level is native to the body is nothing short of a breakthrough.
This is something that's foundational for health, for every cell. It affects every cell in our body. And not just the cells, but the very DNA within those cells. You know, we talk about the discovery of DNA as being a huge breakthrough, the discovery of penicillin. Yes, these were absolutely huge discoveries. But now we have something that actually goes even deeper.
He gave me my life back. I can't ask for more than that from this product or this company. It's done everything that they told me that it was designed to do and more.
Overall, my experience with ASEA Redox has been freeing and life-giving. It's freedom. It's hope restoration.
ASEA has given me my life back, and it's given me hope for my future too. And I hope that people take the time to look into it and fully understand it, because I almost blew it off. And here I am now, vibrant, 30 years old, able to live the life that I want to live. And I'm just incredibly grateful for what ASEA has given me.
My real sense of the breakthrough potential of this wasn't a function of research, it wasn't a function of fact. It was a function of feelings and people, and hearing them tell me really sincerely how thankful they were for it. It's moments like those when a breakthrough has an exclamation mark behind it. You can say what you want from a positioning standpoint, but when you really start having people tell you their story, it's like punctuating the breakthrough, because now it's real, it's people, it's families.
Well, we hope you really enjoyed that. I think that tool really captures the emotion, the power, the impact. Let me just, if I go back to this slide here, the concept of it being so scientifically validated, supported, the life-changing impact, the cutting-edge nature of it. I hope you get a sense for that. That video is a tool that you're welcome to use. It's going to be posted on our YouTube channel, our Vimeo channel, and our virtual office tomorrow. And so you'll get a chance to be able to use that as you share ASEA with the world. But I hope you can sense and feel the power of our ASEA Redox technology. It truly is a remarkable technology that makes us different and unique. And when you combine our ASEA redox product with our skincare technologies that incorporate the same redox molecules and our cellular nutrition platform, what you really are achieving we are the only company that can really claim that we have complete and comprehensive cellular health from both the inside out and from the outside in. And that's really a powerful thing that makes us unique and different, that gives you an advantage in the marketplace, and that advantage can be sustained long term. The next dimension that I want to talk about is our financial opportunity, because we are a network marketing company and we have a very significant financial opportunity that I think is embodied in the power of the network marketing entrepreneur opportunity combined with our unique compensation plan. I want to talk to you a little bit about the power of the network marketing entrepreneur opportunity, because I know there's a lot of skepticism out there in the world about network marketing. And I think for good reason. I think there's a lot of companies out there that try to exploit people and have maybe given the industry and the profession a bad name. But I really look at the power of the industry that we're in and the profession we have. $190 billion of commerce is done through this channel of network marketing. That dwarfs other industries. And so the legitimacy, and it's a global industry, right? There are multiple billion-plus-dollar markets in this industry. And so it's a very, very significant and powerful industry. There's no other entrepreneur opportunity that I'm aware of that allows a person with very little capital, literally no risk, to engage in starting a part-time business to earn a part-time income, which at a time where in the United States, 1 in 7 people are out of work right now during this pandemic. Being able to start a part-time business and earn part-time income with very little capital and no risk, and being able to build that business through the power of leveraged income to be a full-time income, and then ultimately be able to achieve true financial freedom, freedom to create the life that you want to live. That is happening at ASEA right now. Now, I'm not going to be one to say that it's going to be easy. We don't want to say that as a company. It's going to require work, but as people engage in the right behaviors and work hard and believe, there are people from all walks of life that have been able to accomplish this. And so it presents a very, very powerful entrepreneur opportunity, particularly in times where people are so focused on the economic impact of what's happening right now to people and their families. Now you marry that with our compensation plan, which allows somebody to, there are 8 different ways that you can earn commissions in our compensation plan as you share ASEA and build a network. From immediate income that gets you income in your pocket for you and your family very quickly, to part-time income, to full-time income, to unlimited income. We're a weekly payout plan, so we pay commissions every single week to thousands of people across the globe and up to 18 currencies right now. 50% of all of our global sales volume is paid out in our commission plan. And it is truly a global seamless plan that you can get paid and work a network in any one of our 33 countries and be able to get paid and build a business. That's the power of our comp plan, as evidenced by our income disclosure statement that you can see the average monthly incomes that are earned and the ranges if you're paid at those ranks. You don't need to understand the comp plan at a very detailed level to be able to kind of capture the vision of the potential of what these types of incomes can do and the impact they can have on people in their lives during times of economic trial especially. We have paid out in our company's history over $265 million in commissions, with 106,000 individuals getting paid just in the last 12 months, and we've generated 31 millionaires. These are people that have worked really hard to build their business to achieve that true financial freedom to create the life that they want to live. So I think our financial opportunity, it makes us unique and different and gives you an advantage in the marketplace as you go share That combined with the power of the network marketing entrepreneur opportunity, I think is really, really unparalleled. The next dimension that I want to talk about is our culture. I believe that our culture, really the essence of our culture, starts with our mission statement. Our mission as a company is to better people's lives and be a force for good in the world. Well, clearly, that begins with our people. And I think our culture, for me, is embodied in the people, the relationships, the community, where you can have a group of people that believe in each other, that believe in helping each other to be successful, that believe in a common purpose and a vision, and that believe that we can make a difference both in our individual lives as well as in our team's lives and in the world, that belong to each other and to belong to a community where you can benefit from the support network that frankly I think is so needed right now, where people are isolating themselves. You can be part of a network and belong to a group of people. And then to become, and one of the things we invest in as a company very significantly is the personal and professional development, where you can come into ASEA and you can become more as a person, more as a husband or a wife or a father or a mother or a professional or a business person. You can become more at ASEA. I don't think there's any other industry or profession that offers the kind of development and becoming opportunities as this industry does. And certainly I think we're at the top of that profession. Our culture is embodied in our ethos, which is our distinguishing spirit, the spirit of our culture. And for 10 years, led by our founder, Tyler Norton, we've been teaching and promoting principles that can help people to be good people as they conduct their business. Principles that allow us to better our lives in all aspects of life, not just in the business. And we're so committed to talking about these principles that it becomes strategic for us as a company. We invest lots of money in events, in ways that we can promote and scale the ethos and the spirit and these principles across the globe. Of course, you won't want to miss Saturday's call with our founder, Tyler Norton. He'll be able to talk about these principles and the spirit of our ethos and culture. We are a force for good, and we are being a force for good in the world through our Advancing Life Foundation. We have a foundation that we established that its charter is to help with poverty and bringing families and particularly children and giving them a chance at life. We provide opportunities for our associates around the globe to contribute to this effort, both financially as well as physically, through expeditions and through opportunities to get out and serve and become part of the community in locations across the globe. These are some highlights of some of the expeditions that we've taken our folks on, where they've gotten a chance to really get in and through partnering with organizations, be able to help people all over the world. Of course, we're partnered with several charitable organizations through our Advancing Life Foundation to help to build schools and provide water for communities, and to help with the human trafficking industry. These are the causes that we've partnered with and aligned with through our foundation. And of course, we continue through your generous donations, through the generous donations of our associates around the world. We continue to make donations in strategic areas to help in disaster relief and other areas of the business. Our Advancing Life is a very active and rich part of the culture of ASEA, and I think that makes us unique and different. I think as you get into ASEA and you experience ASEA, you'll feel the culture, you feel the power of that mission statement to better people's lives and be a force for good in the world. It's an area that I think makes us unique and different, that gives you an advantage in the marketplace, frankly, for you personally and for your family. The final dimension that I would like to talk about as part of the ASEA difference is the concept of timing. Those of you who've been in network marketing know that the timing of when you engage in a company, the stage of development, that that company's in is really important for the opportunity at large. Well, let me share with you some perspective on the timing of our network marketing opportunity at ASEA. Some of you may have heard of the theory or law of diffusion of innovation. It's a bell curve that it's a really kind of a law or a theory that describes how technologies, brand new ideas, brand new technologies are adopted in the marketplace. And of course, if you consider for a minute that our redox technology is a new idea and a new concept in the marketplace. There are 4 stages that every technology goes through, every new technology goes through. The first stage is the innovator and early adopter phase, where early people with vision, people who like to adopt new technologies and new ideas will adopt and gravitate towards a new idea, new technology. At some point, that technology migrates into the early majority and the late majority, which is considered to be the mass market. So that technology gets developed enough and recognized enough that it starts to move into the mass market. And then, of course, as technology's life cycle, you have these laggards that will develop and adopt technology late in the game. I've thought about a lot, and we've talked about a lot about where would you put ASEA, our redox technology, and our opportunity at in this evolution, in this bell curve distribution. Well, I would put us right here. We're 10 years strong as a company. And so we're not in that early innovator and early adopter phase. But as you see, as we'll talk about in just a minute, we're a growing company. We're starting to experience significant early momentum. So we're moving, I think, ASEA in the next 5 to 10 years into that mass market. And when you think about how big that mass market is and how many people need what we have across the globe, it's really exciting to put that into perspective of the opportunity that ASEA represents. As I mentioned, we're a growing company where the first 10 years of the organization have been building infrastructure and laying the foundation for an acceleration into the mass market. And of course, you can see the last 2 years, we've over doubled the size of ASEA. So we're growing at a tremendous rate. We're seeing that curve start to shift as people start becoming aware of the need to have this redox technology in their life from a health standpoint. We believe that, of course, when everybody's focused on health during this time, that's going to be even more significant as we continue to move down the road. We were recognized just last year as the 44th largest company in the entire network marketing industry on the Direct Selling Global 100. That's up from number 77 in 2018. And so if you look at that and you position it, we're a global business operating in 33 countries. Some of the largest markets in the world are still unopened and untapped for us. And yet, if you really look at the 33 countries we're in, we're largely still an unknown company. I like to call us a post-startup early momentum company. We're past the startup phase as a 10-year-old company, and yet we're still on the front end of that mass market momentum curve. I like to call us the 44th largest company in the industry that nobody's ever heard of. So if you think about that from the concept of opportunity, as we begin to see the next 5 to 10 years where ASEA will accelerate its growth into the mass market, it's going to be a really, really exciting time to be with ASEA and to engage in what that opportunity represents. So from a timing standpoint, I think it makes us really unique and different in this space of being a post-startup early momentum company. And I believe that, if I'm sitting in your shoes wondering if this is the right company for me to be in, just on that dimension alone, I think it would be exciting. It would be exciting to me to know that I was at the front end of that wave and that mass market phase of development on a new technology. Well, folks, I've shared a lot with you tonight. I just want to close by having you stare at this this graph for just a minute. The ASEA difference. These are the dimensions of what I think makes us unique and different, that creates an advantage for each of you as you go out and share ASEA with the world. And that advantage, because of the vision that Virtus had when he started this, of building a sustainable long-term legacy company, that we can be sustainable. Truly, these dimensions really add up to the type of business opportunity that's different, creates an advantage, and can be sustainable long-term. I'll close with this. We have a very big vision, folks, as a company for the future. It's embodied in taking everything that ASEA has become in 10 years and helping people all over the world until everybody has had a chance to hear it all over the world, to give them the opportunity to create the life that they want to live through our powerful products, our powerful financial opportunity, and our unique and substantive culture. That is our vision, and we are committed to that vision as we move forward into the next phase of growth and development of ASEA's history. I'll close with this. This is a quote from our beloved founder, Virtus. He said, "We are all at the start of something big," and he added, "with great purpose." And right now is the moment that we can begin influencing the future. We can change the world. When everything around us during this pandemic has changed, the mindset has changed, the focus has changed, the circumstances have changed, we can take what ASEA represents and we can offer a very powerful solution of hope for so many people around the world and change not only individual lives, but lives of families and lives of communities all over the world. And that is our vision as we move forward. And that truly, for me, represents the ASEA difference. And with that, I want to express gratitude to each of you for joining tonight. I hope you've benefited from the message. You can tell that we're committed to what we're doing. We're committed to each of you and the success that you have. We're behind you 100% as you go out and share ASEA. You truly are the miracle of ASEA. We couldn't do what we do and achieve this vision without you. So thank you very much. And thanks for letting me share a few thoughts with you tonight. And Karen, I'll turn it back to you.
Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and thank everybody for being on the call tonight. I'm going to thank you, Jarom, for putting together this incredible opportunity for us to get connected with you. And I'm going to tell everybody out there in ASEA land, stay awesome, ASEA. We'll see you tomorrow night as we talk about why ASEA is the solution to your home-based business needs. Good night.